everyone. This is JinSin from Questionable Plays. I am joined by the wonderful and the amazing. Please introduce yourself.
What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as Ride My Avatar, and today we're doing collab.
Yes, so if you guys didn't know, Ride My Avatar was our featured streamer for our Digimon EX8 case tournament that we held on January 11th at Rogue State Games. And honestly, he's wonderful to work with. I absolutely love it when he commentates. And we had like a helper with us too. Did you watch TCG? They were like our little streaming tag team, and they were great. They just made everything so much fun, easy, and that's what I want our tournaments to be on the back end at least.
Yeah, you get to be the flying zippy fly that just goes.
Exactly, very much. All right, well, let's dive in. So just a quick overview of the agenda. We're going to talk about our future event, which is coming up next. A quick overview of our EX8 tournament, the deck breakdowns from everything that we saw, the top 3 winning deck lists, and of course our closing statements.
Okay.
All right. So
sounds like a game plan.
Yep. So for future event, we currently have our Digimon 2.5 double case tournament happening on March 1st. It's gonna be big.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. You can see all the gold and silver. Like, I kind of want to play with those two colors because this is kind of like our last big set before we move on to unification. And I figured, oh, we did a double case for our version 2.0 3v3. Let's do a 2.5 double case free-for-all.
Yeah, the free-for-all is what everybody's really excited for.
I'm definitely excited for Cross Hearts coming back. That was actually the deck I took with me to regionals and got my invite with in 2023. So definitely very nostalgic for me. And I know Bobby's very excited for Alphamon coming back.
Sadly, both decks don't seem to be doing well. It seems Crossheart fell off pretty quickly after conception. With what is it? X6 weirdo form.
Yeah,
mech.
I think the Crossheart stuff is very funny, but it's just super nostalgic for me.
The new Liberator, what is it? Chronicles
yeah,
Alphamon.
Chronicles, yep.
Alphamon as a top end, scary as can be. Alphamon Ace, yeah, nothing to joke at.
Nothing to laugh at.
No, but the big thing you have to really worry about, and I noticed what the deck does have a fundamental flaw, is that you need to really focus on one of the lines, and the other one's kind of just going to be the top end that just sits in your deck. So most likely you're going to focus on Alpha doing Alpha shenanigans. It's got a cute gimmick, but I don't think the gimmick's good enough for what it wants to do.
I mean, we'll see, right? Only one way to find out.
Yeah, we'll find out in about 3 weeks. JP's going to tell us.
Oh, yes, definitely. Anyways, let's just go over the event. So we had 21 players, and it felt so nice seeing so many familiar faces because we had people from the city that I know, New Jersey that I know, of course, our CT family, of course. It was really just nice to see everyone. And it's just so many familiar faces, and I just loved every second of it. It's just basically catching up with everyone. It just feels like you're walking back to to your cousins and your extended family members that you haven't seen in a long time. And this is most of our top 8. One of them did not want to take a picture, so that was fine. So, Kyle, what did you think? You're from the CT area. What does it feel like seeing
we had a lot of
together?
CT players in the event. It's really cool to see them, especially they just got back. A lot of the CT players, we all just got, let's be honest, all got back from Nats that went. So, again, it's a big takeover weekend where a lot of players, came back and they're like, okay, let's do another thing in Digimon, which is quite impressive for a lot of players to just say, yeah, let's go play some more Digimon after just playing the biggest event down in Florida.
So we had 21 decks, and it was, the top 3 that are the most showing is 5 Purple Hybrids, 2 Gallantmon X's, and 2 Phoenixmon X's.
Okay.
And everything else is like a one-of. Like we had Nightmare Soldiers, Ice Snow, Sendromon, Shine Greymon, Royal Knights, and Red Hybrid, even Dinomon. Like, this is honestly a very, very diverse spread. Like, very diverse.
Oh yeah, well, everyone was trying to try out the new kicks and stuff like that, and then you got the other people that are reverting back to their old, old reliable, the
I
old
agree.
SpongeBob meme.
Yeah, I think that was definitely Purple Hybrid for a lot of people. Knowing that there's 5 in our tournament, it was like, yeah, like it was probably a comfort pick for people, just to like, let's just go into EX8 with something that we know instead of trying to figure out something new. And I was most surprised by the Phoenix Mons. I knew Birds was really good. I just didn't expect it to be as good as I saw it perform, because it got crazy.
I think a lot of people figured out a spice with it, and with the access to Ancient Greymon, which is a vaccine type, being able to combo off with that card allows the bird deck to basically apply pressure from the start, and then boom, bada bing, bada boom, you now have like caca birds coming at you after the Ancient Greymon gets knocked out.
Yo, honestly, it's funny that Ancient Greymon is basically an honorary bird. I find that hilarious.
I mean, he's got the beak for it, right?
And the wings, why not, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so our top 8 was actually all unique decks. All unique.
Not surprising, especially because of a 20-player turnout. I don't expect to see, especially with the only big contender would be Purple Hybrid, and it didn't even make the top cut.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I expected 2 based on what I saw. I was like, there's probably going to be 2 Purple Hybrids up there. But no, it was just a unique top 8, which I always like to see, yeah?
Was there a one less round before top 8 cut, or was it actually all rounds played?
I think we did total 7 rounds, so it was 4 rounds Swiss, and of course our top 8, which was 3 rounds.
Okay, did Swiss end early because the pair down won, I think, or lost? I don't know which one is.
I don't really remember, but yeah, I was informed that we did end sorta early-ish of it. Anyway, so our final 4, it was first place Gallantmon, second place Ice Snow, third place 3 Great Angels, and fourth place Magnamon X Antibody.
Well, let's give the proper name for. I don't think I want to call it Ice Snow. I want to call it the Bears.
I mean, yeah, true. Well, there's some penguins, right? Other Arctic creatures, and an ogre.
And it's still trying to find the bear.
Yeah, true. Polar bear is like the best ultimate. That card is crazy, and
Yes,
Scottymon is insane. I'm just like, wait.
And then you got Frigimon too.
Oh my god, like that whole lineup is amazing. And I read Scottymon like I think 5 times. I'm just like, why does it have 4 keywords? Let's talk about our top 3, yeah? So our first place was piloted by Daniel County. I might be saying that wrong. Hopefully he watches this and corrects me.
Don't ask me because I won't pronounce it right anyway.
They're fine. Anyways, this is his Gallantmon X Antibody deck. And the only surprising thing I noticed, he only plays 1 X Antibody.
Yeah, that is a big choice, right?
A use choice. I would thought that was a 2 of, because you want to be able to like draw it, and you think 1 is security or something like that.
I mean, if it gets hit in security, you get a crackback anyway because it's a Hammer Spark, right? You gain a lesser Hammer Spark. But I mean, if the main focus point, even watching from gameplay wise, the deck really pops off. It's a very hard deck to remove, right? A lot of players aren't playing a lot of removal, and if you look at it, they are playing 3 of the big blocker Gallantmons.
Yes, that Gallantmon got very popular, like very, very popular.
Yeah, so it went from being bulk rare to now 3 of.
Oh yeah. I'm very happy that they made the new X Antibody a searcher. That was like a big boon.
Oh yeah, they definitely needed to do something with that because the deck needed just another way of searching, especially if you promote it up early, right?
They denied it for so long. They denied it for years.
I mean, this is the second wave of X antibody line, so we can't kind of fault them for that one.
I can't either, but still, it took them so long. All right, our second place is the Bears, piloted by the famous Gabu. Wait, no, O-Force guy.
Yeah, I was about to say, he ain't no Gabu.
No, well, he can tech it now. Anyways, Cliff Walker and his Bears deck. This, I like it. I really like it.
Oh, it's definitely got some really good techs. Got really two of the strongest blue aces in there as one ofs. Mem boost, being able to have the scrambles, the fact that Skitty can really apply pressure on its own right. And all the good stuff that can happen, right? Being able to bottom deck to unsuspend itself, not bottom deck, bottom security something is ridiculously strong because it's another form of removal that a lot of decks can't handle, especially because this deck likes to source strip. It just ends up running very clean.
Oh yeah, the fact that you have a pseudo chaos degrade on a body is insane. Like, that's insane. Like, it's literally Chaos the Grade. Another Chaos the Grade with legs, because I did forget about Monstermon Ace. But Monstermon Ace has like Security Burn, which is kind of like, it feels like something else. But either way.
It's trying to do what Chaos the Grade was doing, but Skittymon decided to do that better.
Oh yeah.
The bear did better.
100%. And I really like he went full consistency. There's no floodgates in this deck whatsoever. I thought maybe a Madoki or Otama will appear here and there, but I understand if full consistency is the wave.
Yeah, you need the consistency, right? You can't just skip out seeing your pieces.
Oh yeah.
You already have two targets that aren't part of your consistency engine, and that can hurt you a little bit. So, especially because you do have these searchers that want to dig a little bit.
All right, our last top deck is someone that I know very near and dear to my heart, Kevin, with his 3 Great Angels that he played for a very, very, very long time. He played this when it came out, and honestly, he just kept every local just keeps bringing it back, and it paid off. He was undefeated in Swiss, and unfortunately got knocked out on the second round of Top Cut. But hey, honestly, undefeated in Swiss, that's a feat.
Yeah, that's not something to scoff at. His ability to play 3 Great Angels was very phenomenal. Again, this deck took till basically Shadow Seraphimon Ace to really become this very scary deck. Like, the deck was doing a little bit of stuff before Shadow Seraphe, but
Shadow Seraphe really just
fixed the deck's biggest issue. Was basically didn't have a blocker, and basically if you had to force block anything, you were losing a body because you didn't have a way of minusing their DP on the block. So Shadow Seraphimon comes in, does that for you.
And the fact that it is 3 Great Angels typing, like, I remember when I was playing him, I thought it wasn't. I thought it was a Seraph, like the old one, the old Shadow Seraphi. But then he pointed out the rule text. I'm like, oh.
We screwed.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
We screwed.
I learned from that point on. I'm like, 3 Great Angels is gonna be a very good deck. It just needs the right pilot to take it, and we did see 4 at Nationals. So definitely a feat. Like, this deck is nothing to scoff at anymore. Like, it could just surprise you, and then you're just getting choked out because of all these aces that just keep coming out of nowhere, and you have to predict all of them, which is like, oh, okay, that's just so many possibilities.
I know, right? Just, again, one keeps fueling the other, and then once Dominionmon's on board, you're just having a bad day.
Yeah.
So you just have to play around it very comfortably, and if you can, you're in a good spot. But if not, GG's.
Yeah. All right, so just some closing remarks. I just want to say thank you again, Kyle, for commentating our events, and I always look forward to seeing you, and it's just nice seeing you, like, be in your element, and I get to see that in real time, which is nice.
Yeah, and I'm glad I can help you guys out. It matters so much to be able to provide for the community like you do. Not many Northeast New England side, does events like this. So you guys are the most consistent across the board that just guarantees. So that's just what we want.
That's great. That's good to know. That's really that actually really like make me feel really like good that we are doing something that's impactful, and that's all we really want.
When we appreciate all you do for us, so that's why we come out, we come play, we do shenanigans, and that's why I like doing your side events too, because I enjoy doing them.
we wanted to make the day count, so that's why when there was a time when we were doing I'll do a quick story before we officially close. When we first were doing this, we initially didn't want to do side events, but then a part of us was like, we know where these people are traveling from. Let's make it worth it. And then they just became a staple. They just became part of our routine now. It's like, hey, we run a tournament. Oh, we have side events.
Yeah, the side events are huge. The side events help out so much because, again, let's say we do have your 2.5, you get a grand total of, let's say, 50 players. By round 3, even a 50-player tournament, most people are dropping by then. They're going to be either just saying, what, it just wasn't my day. With side events, having those small win-a-boxes, win-a-card events, it just leads up to being so much fun and exciting because, it gives the people a chance to play for something a little bit. Maybe they're just not ready for this higher round caps, but they can do a little bit better in the lower rounds.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, that's all we got. All right. See you, YouTube. We'll see you next time.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.